Okay, so let's walk through how to do Caesar cipher now. So notice how in this one, the Caesar cipher, it doesn't tell you the shift, all right? So let's forget about that. First, let's just draw A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So we just wrote that out. So the key thing about the Caesar cipher is essentially they shift they push the alphabet. They shift it a certain amount of times. And so because they don't tell us that, we have to find out by ourselves, all right? So if it were to be shifted like to the left or whatever one time, basically what they do is going to move A here and then just move every letter down, and then instead the Z is going to move to here where A used to be, all right? That's what shift means. So how do we find the shift? The way we find the shift is by brute forcing this, like this UZ here. We're going to try to see what this could possibly be. If there's a one-letter word, it can only be A or I. So you can try to pretend that like guess one of those, and usually you can find it easily. But since we only have two-letter words here, we're going to use one of them, UZ. So let's use UZ. So let's say that we pretend that UZ is like, it can be, well, what two-letter words can there be? Well, there can be at, as, am, and. There can also be is, it, in. There can also be of, on. It can be to, my, etc., right? So, well, let's say maybe it's A. How about that? Let's say maybe it might decode to A. So let's write an A here, possibly. It could be an A. So what we do is we'd write under U, A, and then we go, and we just write the alphabet normally, E, F, and then we loop back, keep on writing it, right? And what we're going to notice is that if U is A, Z has to be F. AF is not a real word, right? So we know that this is incorrect then, right? So because U cannot be A, that means all of these are eliminated. So let's go on to the I's. So what if U was I instead, right? Well, let's write I under here, then J, K, L, M, N. Hey, well, if U is I, Z is N, I, N, in. That's an actual word, right? So let's test on like A, Z, Q instead. So what you're going to notice is that it's, for the sake of time, if I just... Wait, no. This one's E, F, G, H. So that means that this would be E, this would be E, this would be N, and then A would be G. You'll notice that this is wrong. So even though this is correct, if we test on more, you're going to notice it's wrong, right? So, wait, no, it's correct. Oh, I see. Wait, no. Our thing is correct. I messed up a little bit. So basically what happened was, I got confused with this one. Let's ignore that, okay? So we started a new row. And essentially what we did is basically, we found that if U was equal to I, that means Z has to be equal to N. And if we write out the entire thing, we're going to test it with every single one of these other ones. And so if we test on an AZQ, we're going to notice that A is O, Z is N, and Q is E. So that's another word. So that's a really good sign that this is the correct. So if we were to fill out the rest of this, then if we just fill out everything else, so like if we start with V, well, V is J, right? Then G is U, and E under that is S, and then under F is T. All right, forget about this row here. Do not ignore this stuff, because this is the row when we assumed U was A, but that one was incorrect, right? So we're gonna go on to this row where if U is I, then we have this. All right, so that's just how you do Caesar cipher, and yeah.